Welcome to Explore English Churches, and today we are at St Andrew's Church in the village of Cramford in Northamptonshire in England. And we've come to explore this little church, which is currently under the care of the Church's Conservation Trust, which I've mentioned on many of my videos. Now, this church actually sits basically within the grounds of Cramford Hall. And this church has a long history. It has some amazing panels, a very interesting font, and many other items that I would like to be able to share with you. But before I do that, I'd like to show you a little round. I have an audience here today, and I will show you the audience first and a little bit of where we are. But it's in a truly idyllic setting, and as you can see from behind me, it's a fabulous looking church. So stick with me, stay with me, and let's have a look round. And first I will show you around and where we are. And this is where we are today, and as I say, I do have an audience, but well, I've got to be careful because this one's taken an interest in my camera bag, and I better dash up quick before he eats it. Quick, thank you very much. He was just about to eat my camera bag. But yes, so let me show you around. And as I say, this is a most gorgeous little church that's under the care of the Church's Conservation Trust. And this, well, basically, Cramford is no more than a small hamlet. You may be able to see as I pan round, that is part of the hall, I believe. And as I come round again, the only blot on the landscape here today is some horrid wind turbines, which, well, I'm not sure how you feel about those, but when they're put into locations such as this, I think they are totally horrid and they have no place here. But that's my own personal opinion. You may have a different one. Anyway, without further ado, we are going to take a walk up and have a look inside this wonderful church. The church actually has a long history and connection with a family called the Robinsons. Right, I've just fixed my gimbal, which was having a little session. And anyway, getting back, the church has a long connection with the Robinson family, who have been or were principal landowners in Cramford. And Sir John Robinson, whose title was bestowed upon him by King Charles II in 1660. There's, as I say, there are some wonderful items in this church, and we're going to take a wander up. It's a gorgeous, beautiful, sunny September day, and which after all the rains that we've had. So we're going to take a wander up and also have a look inside this magnificent country church, or parish church should I say. So let's just give you a closer view of the church itself. And what I've noticed on the wall over here, if you come with me and we'll have a look at this little door. Okay, I'm presuming that this was the priest's door, and above there, and I'm going to try and show you, there's actually a date there, and that goes back to 1674. I hope you can see that clearly. It's a bit difficult. There's also a memorial stone here, but unfortunately it's so weathered it's unreadable, but I think it has a date on there of 1705. I'll give you a glimpse of this magnificent house. It truly is magnificent, and the gardens in there. We're having a little peek over the fence. I hope I don't upset anybody, The gardens in there are so well manicured, you wouldn't believe. It's really fantastic. But anyway, without further ado, as you can see, there's a row of old gravestones here, and let's make our way to the door. Now, they always put these wire meshes up in order to stop the pigeons coming into the porch. Let's go in. I've already been in the church once, and as I say, it is, well, magnificent. This door weighs a ton. So in we come. Whoops-a-daisy. And what I do know about this church is it has some exquisite wooden panels, I believe. Let's take a wander down together, and I will pan up and show you the roof trusses, which are absolutely enormous, and they are fantastic. So these, as we call it, are the poppy heads on the pews, and I take it that the good and mighty sat to the right, possibly, and the not so good almighty sat on the left hand side. But let's take a wander down, because there are, as I say, there's some gorgeous panels which I'll be coming to in a moment, and it is a very beautiful church. Wow. Sorry, they always I am always delighted to come into one of these most fabulous historic churches. Now, I've got to be careful, because you know that I have a tendency to fall over. As you can see, this is all marble, I believe. Now, there are on this window some fabulous, I'm going to have to try and zoom in a bit better. Right, this is rather difficult, but I'm trying to show you some of these gorgeous panels on this stained glass window. And if you look at that, that is absolutely magnificent. There's an inscription up there, which is, this is above my head, so it's rather difficult to film, but let me see if I can get to this. Ooh, bear with me, people, I will get there. Look at the beautiful detail in there. Is that not just fantastic? And I'm trying to get to this inscription, but I'm unable. But let's have a look at some of these wonderful, wonderful images. Is that not fantastic? Oh, here we go. Now we have this inscription, rather difficult to get to. And you can probably read it better than I, because at the moment I have the gimbal way above my head in order to try and be able to film this. But what I notice on this side here, and if I can get to it, let me look, where are we? I've got to come up much higher. Oh, that's the one I'm trying to get to. And that dates back to 1669, I believe. If we look there. But look at that. Is that not just truly fantastic? Is that really not fantastic? There we go. That's much, much better. I don't know if anybody has actually noticed, but this panel here is a little bit rude. This young lady has her pieces out and on top there. Yes, I don't normally see that in a stained glass window, so that's a little bit naughty. This is the view back down the church, and what I'd like to be able to show you now are some of these enormous memorials that we have to the Robinson family, as I say. And on the floor here, this is the first one that I've come across, is Sir George Robinson, and that dates to 1817. And here also we have another one here to Sir James Robinson Bar, and I believe this was his good lady. Intern the body. Oh, right. Okay, sorry, I misled you there. This, in actual fact, is. Let's take a wander through. As you can see, it has a wonderful little pipe organ, and I won't open the rest of the keys up. I bet you this is still working, believe it or not. Let's have a little wander through here. You know, we have to be rather nosy sometimes in order to find some of the best things. That is a memorial up there. Mr. John Hargraves. He was the rector of the parish for 18 years. And I'm looking at, and that dates back to 1751. He died, he was only 42, poor chap. So I wonder what was the cause of his demise. Let's take a wander down here. I'm always looking and hunting, as you know, for some of the most interesting things, and here we have, and which I'm very pleased to find, are what would be the steps up to the rood screen that would have been here. And look how narrow these steps and this small passageway is. Look at that. It's been blocked off, obviously, but yeah, that's very interesting. I'll show you, as I say, as much as I can. And on here, this pillar here looks as if it was once painted, possibly. But it is a truly gorgeous church. I'm coming back to the panels on the pulpit in a moment. But we have another wonderful stained glass window there, and up above, whoops. Now the pulpit itself actually dates back to the 17th century. However, the wonderful panels that have been inlaid within the pulpit actually date back to the 16th century, and I want to be able to show you. We have, let me look, here we have the Last Supper. I believe that one is. That's rather gorgeous. On the other side here we have Jesus, whoops, we have, ooh, you'll have to excuse me, sorry about that. We have Jesus washing the feet of the disciples. Now that is really gorgeous, people. If you go to my website, you're able to actually purchase a mug with the various churches on. At the moment, I'm still loading quite a few up, so be patient with me. But if you do go to the website, the Church Explorer, then you will be able to order yourself a mug with a wonderful photograph of one of the churches and on. So that would be very helpful to me also. It helps funds me to keep me going. So thank you very much again for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the video, and please check out some of the other ones. So thanks again. Take care now. Have a great day. Bye.